Alright, let's get started. We can resize by using the R key and use W to transform into the move tool. And R again for sizing. We're going to make it slightly smaller. Let's scale this guy up a bit. And over here we can actually find our outliner, which is pretty much just like a giant hierarchy for all of our models and different like camera pieces and portions that are inside of our workspace. I'm actually kind of a little bit more acquainted with this already because I've used Cinema 4D and Blender before. So I kind of know the gist of what this is and what this can do. For example, if I were to backspace, it would of course delete the object, but I want to do that. So we also have up here our shaders and everything, so wireframe. Yeah. Here is our workspaces. And so what I think this does is it pretty much is like presets for our workspaces overall. So let's say if I went to go into UV editing, it would pop up all of the UIs, the GUIs, and pretty much make it a little bit easier for us to maneuver around the workspace and make our flow and our life a little bit easier inside of Maya. So yeah. And of course, right now it's on Classic. Um, so that's another portion. And so our channel box. Um, I think this is pretty much just used for all of our animations. Um, I'm not really as acquainted with this one. So yeah, this will be pretty interesting using this. Yeah. So let's say I was to kind of detach all of this and break all of this, jack all of this up. There's actually two ways of doing this, I've realized. One is through the, I believe it was Windows and Workspaces. And then you can reset to default, and you can also access all of our previous workspace um, settings here. Or you can go over here and reset current workspace, and it will kind of restore that back to the previous state in which we had it. So for camera movement, we Alt and click, and we can kind of dolly and pan around and rotate all around. Yep. So all the different things we can do in here. This is more of like a centralized zoom instead of just like willy-nilly all around the place. And the last thing we have here on the list is the attribute editor. And the attribute editor, from what I've seen, is pretty much just a more in-depth look to whatever part you're selecting. So here it shows us the max triangles are at 60,000. Same for here, and so we can pretty much just tweak those. I haven't really played around with any of these settings. So it'll be really cool learning what each of these do. Their actual, like the role it plays overall. and implementing that into my Maya workflow. Um, as I said before, I do have a little bit of experience inside of the 3D modeling realm. Um, I started 3D modeling as of last year. Um, Personally, I am a cinematographer. Um, my job, though, my role is media director. So I started off learning Premiere sophomore year of high school. I'm 20 now. So I've been learning filming for the last about 4 years of my life. I eventually decided to learn, or well, teach myself After Effects senior year of high school because I was pretty much just bored with Premiere. And then last year I decided to learn Cinema 4D, and I messed around with Blender 2.8, um, and I pretty much just fell in love with that overall photorealistic style. So I'm really excited to see what Maya brings to the table. I know it's going to probably be a really similar workflow and everything, but I'm really interested in learning more in-depth things such as Houdini, Substance Painter. I really want to learn Maya because I know that's part of the industry standard. Um, I've had my hands on a few other rendering softwares such as Arnold, Octane Render. But yeah, I'm really interested in learning what all of these, um, how all these workflows come together and make one cool project. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this course leads me. That's it.